Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I am part of the Canadian Family YouTube channel. My fiance wants me to record videos to be more in it. Now, this is me before makeup. He wants me to do videos of me doing my makeup. I'm not a professional. I don't claim to be. I just like having fun playing with makeup. Now while I'm doing my makeup, I am going to, I guess, expose our family or explain or talk about our little family. So I am 39 years old, and we are a blended family. So there's myself, my fiance George, and his son, and we have two beautiful boys together, and I have two beautiful children from a previous relationship I was in for 13 years, and I met George in 2015. My daughter was 18 months when I met him. And yeah, so a little bit about us. George, his son is 17, about to turn 18 this year, and he's autistic. Functioning autistic. And then he has another child, which I don't know, never met. And then I, in my previous relationship of 13 years, I have two beautiful children. My oldest is 21, going to be 22 in a month. And my daughter is 11, about to be 12 in a few months. And then we have our son, who is 8, and our youngest son, who is only 6 months, about to be 7 months in a couple days. So we have a beautiful little baby together. I recently had surgery for tubal ligation, and since I don't normally break out, as you can see, but since I've had my surgery for the tubal ligation, I've noticed a few changes in my hormones and stuff. But prior to my surgery, many years ago, I got diagnosed with PCOS, which is it's a form of where you can have hormone problems, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, problem with fertility, hair growth in random spots that are embarrassing, which is why I wear a lot of makeup. And I've tried waxing, I've tried plucking, I've tried all sorts of stuff. The only thing that I haven't tried is electrolysis. Little scared about that, but it is something that maybe we can look into in the future. So yeah, so we're just a blended family. My oldest, 21, about to be 22, also autistic, very high functioning. My daughter, who is 11, about to be 12, has PTSD, severe anxiety, and an eating disorder called binge eating disorder. And then our little guy, who's 8, he has also anxiety, ADHD, and he also has an eating disorder. But his is, I can't remember what it's called. It's where he has like a fear of eating, throwing up, or choking on his food. So Arfid, something like that. So he's super tiny because he barely eats. And then our youngest, who's only 7 months old so far, so good, no issues. But yeah, my 21-year-old is autistic. His 17-year-old is autistic, and my daughter has PTSD, anxiety, well, generalized anxiety, and she also has a eating disorder, binge eating disorder, triggered by her anxiety. So we are not perfect. We are nowhere near perfect. I can promise you that. I think since COVID, a lot of people, mostly I find a lot of children, suffer from mental health and anxiety problems, or other stuff. Yeah, so I mean, I don't use super expensive name brand products when I prefer spending most of my money on my skincare, which lately I haven't been doing. So I like to explore and try different makeup. Sometimes my fiance, he'll go on Amazon and order these random kits with like different samples of different name brand makeups. Sometimes you get them on special. I do have sensitive skin, so sometimes I will rash up with some of my makeup or skincare, actually. So I really try, but I mean, how are you supposed to know unless you try, right? So, yeah, so when I met George in 2015, I was struggling a lot with mental health, and I had a problem where I had gained a lot of weight. And then after I met George and we, I guess, moved in together and whatever, I started to lose weight, a lot of weight. And then, I don't know, after having our first little guy together, I gained a bit of weight and then I lost it. And then I was doing really good at keeping it off. And then we got pregnant with our newest one, Gabriel. And he is a beautiful little angel. Gorgeous, cutie pie. So before I got pregnant with Gabriel, I was 203 pounds, which is still a lot. But compared to when I met George, I was almost 240 some pounds. Still not good, but it is what it is. After I had Gabriel, I want to say 6 weeks or so after I had him, I went to go do the postpartum checkup, and I was down to 180 something, which I was really surprised. And then when I went for my surgery for the tubal ligation, they weighed me and I was at 211 pounds. So I wasn't too impressed with myself or happy with what had happened. I wasn't impressed with myself with what happened. And I told myself that it always happens to me after I have a baby. I for some weird reason, gain weight and balloon up, which now I'm trying to get on track and keep up with. Trying to get back to the old me, but having PCOS is difficult. It makes it really hard to lose weight and feel good in your skin because it can be painful in many physical ways and mentally. And right now my face is a little bit swollen because I have recently broke a tooth on this side, which I'm trying to get a hold of my dentist. So give me a second, I'll be right back. So yeah, this is not my color, but this is just the underlining thing that I do. But yeah, to go back to, I'm sorry, I said I was going to do my makeup while explaining our little family dynamic. Now, we're not a perfect family. It's really difficult with having children with special needs. And also, with the cost of living and everything. And but we do our best, you know? And I am coming out of my comfort zone because I really did not feel comfortable being in videos, certainly without makeup. Because I don't like the way that I look without makeup. But George really wanted me to show you guys, I guess, how I do my makeup. But yeah, we are a blended family. It is very difficult. Certainly with children with special needs, because they don't seem to quite understand or trust, you know. Ricky, George's son, doesn't, with him being autistic and stuff, and him with his previous experiences with, I guess, George's previous relationship, he doesn't quite trust many people. And with myself, with my personal experiences of my past and stuff, I have a tendency where I also don't trust or feel comfortable with some people. And then Jade, my daughter, who's 11, about to be 12, she trusts a little too much. She gives everybody chances after chances, even the bullies and the bad people in her life. She's being bullied a lot for her mental health and her mental state and her physical state. And then there's Marcel, who's 8, and he's really small for his age, so he gets teased for being a shorty or super small, or nobody's perfect. And being a blended family sometimes can cause family dynamics where, you know, the parents argue or whatever the case may be. Now I'm just doing this video to support my fiance because it's important to him personally. I mean, I like watching people on YouTube and myself, and I like, you know, watching makeup tutorials and stuff like that. It's just that doing it yourself is a little different. It's a little difficult because, you know, when you don't feel comfortable in your skin and stuff, you just do what you can. You do your best. You know, I don't feel like I need to expose myself or anything, but it's important to him, so I'm gonna do it. I know my kids, they're not perfect. I love them. No matter what. And don't mind me, I'm getting used to this new vanity because I normally do my makeup on my bed. And George bought me this, my fiance bought me this as a Christmas present because he was really tired of having my makeup in the corner and watching me do my makeup on my bed. It's really cool, the lighting and everything, and be better organs. It's got lights, it's got drawers, so I got a variety of different products. And no, none of my makeup is the best or the right shading, we'll say. Because a lot of the times it's just people gift me with makeup, or George sometimes buys me makeup, and I'm not gonna be rude and not accept it, but I make it work. Anyways, like I was saying, I'm not a professional. I normally listen to music because it's very therapeutic, but instead of listening to music, I'm recording this, so well, that wasn't my proper brush, but it shall do. Now, George wants to know what, some of you guys, where are you guys from? Where are you watching from? What are you guys interested in learning or doing, or que sera, right? And he really wants to be not a YouTube Canadian sensation, but it's important to him to be, out there. He wants people to know who he is, and I know he wants to record memories for the kids, but to each their own. Now, I'm trying to also hurry up because the baby is sleeping. So, I need to do this before he wakes up. Now, this is not the best technique, but because I don't have my proper shading, I mix match. And I really hate that goddamn zit. So, like I said, normally I'm not the type of person that breaks out. I only recently started to break out since my tubal ligation, which is, I have to ask the doctor if that's normal. It's like going through puberty all over again. Not cool. Now I know this is a lot of product, but that's what happens when you rush. So, a damp sponge, and then just mix. Now, is there any other families out there that are blended families that are, have struggles sometimes? Any people with children with special needs? Even people with mental health is a big thing right now. So I have anxiety myself, which is probably passed down to my kids from me, which is lovely. No, I normally take my time and I normally do better, but trying to rush to get to the baby. So, say that, but I'm already 20 minutes into the video. Yeah, I'm not sure what this YouTube is going to be about, so I guess it's going to be about vlogging, exposing our family. Which is whatever. We're not perfect. We're not rich. We're not famous. We're not movie stars. We're not celebrities, but we are human beings. So we do our best. So, yes, the main reason why I wear a lot of makeup is to cover my rosacea, which is the red spots on my cheek. And that's also from over exfoliating back in my young days. I used to be obsessed with cleaning my face too much, exfoliating too much. And also the joys of having unwanted hair and unwanted spots. Well, that's just the basic of it. Now, I got this beautiful kit for Christmas. It's called Glimmer from FMG. Beautiful, beautiful colors, but it doesn't blend very well. I love it. I have to try and find new looks for it. It's a new, I just got it for Christmas. And it also comes with a bottom layer, which has other colors that I haven't touched yet. And then no name rose, you know, lots of blush eyeshadow. My kids have broken a bunch of my eyeshadows. This was one of my favorite palettes from Amazon. As you can see, destroyed it. I have lots of weird King Carve makeup, different brands. I can't tell you. I know I really like the e.l.f. products, but I haven't really bought any in a while. My daughter, who's 11, is also discovering makeup and trying to do her own styles or looks. She's trying to teach me a couple things too, which is hilarious because we all like to do our styles differently. She doesn't like to do eyeshadow. She loves to do like mascara and like fake lashes, and I don't do that. I don't do yet fake lashes or anything like that. I have just been 39 years old and I've just been starting to learn how to contour a little bit, which I'm not good at. But it's learning. You gotta practice, right? You gotta keep trying. I gotta clean my makeup brushes. So So I used to have way more makeup, and I used to have way more options of makeup brushes and makeup tools and stuff, but I had went through a thing during my pregnancy where I stopped wearing makeup completely, and I had gestational diabetes, and I was barely wearing any makeup, and I was mostly high risk during my pregnancy, so I was pretty much on bed rest my entire pregnancy. So I stopped working, and I pretty much just stayed in bed, relaxed, and tried to make a beautiful baby. But I also did major cleaning in my makeup stuff, and I had gotten rid of a lot of my makeup stuff. And I almost felt like when I started to do my makeup after the baby was born, I almost felt like I had to relearn it because I forgot how to do certain looks that I used to do, or yeah. So I don't think I'm going to do any contouring today. I think I'm just going to do my basic face. Certainly when I'm in a rush and I want to get things done. So it's just a cheap, got it from Walmart, eyelash kit that comes with the spoolie and a little brush. Now I have other eyebrow pens and stuff, but I don't quite like them. But I would like to definitely try out other types of brow stuff, so maybe one day. No, I'm not the... That's another thing that I just started to do. Never did them before, my eyebrows. I would like to go and get them like reshaped and maybe thinned out a bit. Because I am partially Italian, I think. So it's not super perfect. But now, I have a question. Do some of you guys, after you do your makeup or in the midst of doing your makeup, your nose starts to run and your nose starts to, almost your face gets itchy? I feel like a lot of my makeup that I try, it happens a lot. So, anyways, let's get this over with. Where is my... I'm just gonna do a basic eye look. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of... No. Yes. I really need to get some eye primer. And vanity that my husband bought me, or my fiance, whatever you want to call him, because we're not legally married. I don't think we'll ever be, but anyways, it's beautiful. I love it. Keeps my stuff organized. The lighting is beautiful. Only problem is that it's really hard to keep a white vanity white. Certainly when you're playing with different kinds of makeup. And I will show you after what I mean. You don't really notice the faces that you make sometimes when you're doing your makeup until you actually start paying attention to what you're doing. So don't mind me if I make weird faces. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I sometimes just randomly like to pick up makeup and just play with it and see what looks I can create. Sometimes I like to see other influencers make their makeup and try to recreate it, but it doesn't sometimes work. What works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. So sometimes I find when I'm trying too hard to make it look, it doesn't look good. And then when I'm just really rushing and I just throw something together, half the time it looks really good when I do that, but so all depends. I'm just using a different, just a little bit like a coral color, like it's a little different, but it's still in the pink shades or whatever. Yeah, I don't know where I was with my little story. That's why I don't like doing videos, because I'm not, it's not my comfort, it's not my thing. But trying to be supportive with our spouse, so we'll do anything, right? So yeah, I used the lighter pink to do like the behind the scenes color. I'm using like a light, I guess, brown, because this palette don't have names. It's just a no-namer that my daughter got for Christmas, and she doesn't like eyeshadow, so she gives me all her makeup that she gets for Christmas. She just keeps all the best mascaras and stuff, and she'll even steal my mascara and stuff. So I'm just putting the brown on the outer corner, which sometimes can look like it blends or matches with the pink that I put. And yes, sometimes I feel like certainly when I'm rushing, I either press too hard on my makeup brushes or, anyways, so I don't know. Probably, what color should I do? I feel like maybe trust the process, right? This is like a purplish, I don't even know what you call it. Brownish purplish. So I'm just adding that in the very corner. It's so much harder when you just do your makeup and not like just listen to music and you just have fun doing your makeup than it is to talk and do your makeup, because yes, I sometimes use the same makeup brushes, and as well my makeup brushes are all no-namers, so I can't tell you the name, the mark, the size of it, or anything. And that's why I told my husband that don't recommend it. It's not a good idea, but he really thought it would be a good idea. So, the point of, you know, doing your makeup is have fun. Just be creative. Like, your face is a blank canvas. You can do whatever you want. I mean, my favorite is to watch people do Halloween looks. Like, I think that's amazing. The stuff that people can do, you know, with makeup. And why am I doing that? It's not working. But yeah. I guess we just want to introduce ourselves as a family on different, he used to have, you know, a TikTok account. I think he temporarily took a break from TikTok. I'm not sure. But it's mainly his account. It's mainly like, you know, this is his thing, not like I'm just the mom, the wife, the fiance, you know. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going with this because it's starting to look horrible. Because that's what I'm trying to explain to my fiance is it's nice and all that I do okay makeup, but like trying to do it on, you know, it's like having someone watch you, like doing in front of a huge audience, you know. And I guess that's the point, but like I don't do well with audiences. I mean, I can maybe one day do, I guess, a video of like just before and after. I don't know. But I have done some really different looks that I thought were pretty interesting. I did this one look. It was like a sunset look, which half the people had mixed reviews about it. I had some people that thought it looked fabulous. And then I had some of my surrounding friends, whatever, that thought it was too much or wasn't fit for my look, for me. And the joys of being allergic to everything. Sorry about that. Anyways, my point is, as much as this is out of my comfort zone, I love my fiance, I love my kids, and I guess my kids, it's important to also my kids that we do this YouTube family thing because they see other families doing it and they want to be like them, I guess. And I prefer being behind the scenes, but so yeah, I mean, to each their own. Oh man, I messed that up. I should have done that first. Okay. Yeah. Try to fix it. Yeah, you can, have fun with makeup. You can make yourself look like anything you want, right? You can, like some people say, you can snatch your nose. You can, I guess there's, which I haven't figured out yet. There's ways that you can make yourself look slimmer. Or, I don't know. But I just like having fun with makeup. Yeah. So, and I'm running it out, which is why I don't understand why he wanted me to do this as well, because I'm running out of everything. I need to stock up on, since I haven't really been wanting to wear makeup. I haven't really stocked up on much of my makeup. So, no, this is not how I always do. It's not always the pattern or ways that I do my makeup. I do it differently every time. I like to try new things. But today, it's just whatever. Just doing it to do it. So, and I think I would have probably tried to do my contour, but I'm completely out. So I need to stock up, like I said, on everything. And then I'll show you guys what the top of my vanity looks like after I'm done playing with makeup. So, and maybe if there's some of you out there that have techniques that, because every time I do my mascara, I tend to get it all over my eyeshadow. So, and I just messed that up. Oh my god, I just messed that up. Yeah. So I guess I don't know if I should do my mascara first. I'm gonna have to redo that because I just wanted to put the concealer in the corner and it ended up covering everything almost. So, alright. No, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I just wanted to cover up the center and the outer corner. Now, a lot of this makeup, I like to explore. I like to mix and match. I like to try to create or mimic other people's looks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I think I'm just going to quickly fix this. Oh my god, my nose won't stop. So yes, I do my skincare first, which is super important. And normally I don't break out, so this is a strange one for me, which is why I don't understand why I'm even asked to do a video, because normally I don't have to worry about and I don't normally do my makeup when I'm breaking out because I feel scared that it's going to make it worse. Because I'm sure. Hopefully I fixed it. And probably not. So, whatever. Like I said, you'll see when I get to the mascara part, even if I do the best, like, eyeshadow look, we'll say, it gets all ruined by my mascara. Now, I've tried different techniques, I've tried different tricks, I've tried the tape, I've tried the spoon, I've tried, you know, all sorts of stuff. Okay. Alright. And now my face is itchy. Great. So I put like a little bit of tried to cover up the purple. I'm just gonna put a little bit of coral in the middle. It's a little bit darker coral. I had like a pinkish, dark, lighter coral on the out shading part thing, whatever. I'm just adding it in the middle to blend it with the purple. Alright. And yes, I put some sometimes under. So now I'm going to try and add a little bit of glitter on the outer corner. Alright. Just put a little bit of primer to see if it'll... Alright, and it's burning. It's not a good thing when it burns. It's like a dupe of, I guess, e.l.f. Normally, I only buy e.l.f., but this is like, I got this for Christmas. It's a dupe of it, and it comes with setting spray. It looks like it, but it doesn't do the same. So, I'm gonna add a little bit of just, this stuff doesn't really blend very well because it's more, it's not thick glitter, but it's like, I don't know. Alright, so now we're just gonna try and And I used to, literally, before I met George, I used to just put eyeliner and maybe a little bit of mascara, lip gloss. That's it. George is the one who encouraged me to try makeup, play with makeup, to be a girl, to have fun. Makeup wasn't either my thing, but from, discovering that you can turn and do anything you want. You can literally do any look you want. It's fun. I mean, he likes to encourage. Sometimes a little too much, but we love him, right? So, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to add just a little, because I put too much glitter, so I'm just trying to fix that part. I'm gonna add just a little bit more purple, like a burgundy purple. My God, that is terrible. That is just... So it's not, like I said, it's nice to support someone, to try and encourage them as best as we can. Sometimes when it's out of our comfort zone, we tend to mess up. So this is not going like how I want it to at all. It is not. It's looking like shite. What do I do now? Alright, so I think I'm going to just try this another day. I mean, I'm just... there's no fixing it. The more I'm trying to fix it, the more I'm messing it up. So, we're going to just say that's enough for today and have fun another day. And I'm just going to add a little bit of powder. Blush. Just to say. I'm going to use another. I'm just going to try. My eyes are leaking, my nose is leaking. Obviously, that's telling me that the makeup I'm using is not good for my skin. So, I mean, I've mingled and dabbled into this palette that I'm using right now, and it's never really affected me much. I'm pretty sure it's the my daughter wants me to try this, so I tried this. It's her dupe of Ruby Mealy Hydration. It's watermelon dupe. So I'll put some of this on, and then I've noticed too, since I've been using this that I got for Christmas, it's making me react a lot. I mean, my face isn't like breaking out or like flashing up or hives or anything, but my eyes won't stop leaking. my nose won't stop leaking, which is not good for, you know, I'm trying to do a makeup look. So, I mean, if you guys have questions about our family, if you want to give George ideas for his next video, I mean, this guy's willing to try anything. He's a gamer, so he does a lot of gaming videos. The boys, his son and our son, are children, also gamers. So they do a lot of gaming videos. My God. And as you can see, my daughter emptied my mascara, which is the Sky High Maybelline. She emptied it. So I might have to borrow hers. She got new ones for Christmas, so. Most of my mascaras I have in my little handy dandy drawer are mostly all empty because my lovely daughter emptied them all. So if any of you like have questions or anything, George would love to hear from any of you guys, girls, gentlemen, ladies, whatever. I guess to go back to our children, his son's autistic, my son is also autistic, and my son doesn't live with us. He lives with roommates and stuff like that. He has his own place. He's 21, going on 22. And his son is about to be 18, and there goes my nose again. So we have big age gap between our kids altogether. Well, just between my children. My oldest and my daughter have a 10-year age gap. And then my oldest to my youngest, well, there's a 21-year difference. Yeah. A lot of people think we're funny. We'll leave it at that. For starting over at our age. It wasn't planned, but he was a beautiful bundle of joy that was a gift from above or beyond. I adore him. He's a little cutie, and I don't regret him. He's a little guy that's just fabulous. So here, I just added 2 layers of different mascaras, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but it happens to me like a lot, certainly on my left eye, I find, more than, because I am right-handed, so. But I mean, it did happen a little bit here, which I tried to fix. Sometimes my way of fixing it is to just add eyeliner to make it look like it was on purpose. But sometimes it doesn't work, right? So I tried to use just a regular Q-tip, but sometimes when I do that, it will blend my other makeup. So, and it'll ruin the whole look. And then if I add some on top, you can still see, I don't know. But this is what happens when you try too hard or you make something that you're not comfortable making. So, you know, I know for a fact that probably wouldn't have turned out this bad if I would have just done it before and after. But my fiance really wanted you guys to see, or for me to expose myself, I guess. I don't claim to be good at makeup or anything. I just like playing with it. Like and the weirdest thing is I can do a really cute look on myself one day, and then I'll try to recreate it the next day, and it's like it don't work the same. My friend asked me to give her kind of a similar look to her that I had done to myself one time, and trying to recreate it just didn't happen at all. Now, for my lips, my daughter stole all of my lip liners. So go figure. And looks like she stole most of my, let's see, I think she stole my lipsticks too. I might have this thing. It's shark. It's kind of like not the greatest. It's a lipstick. It's an all day, like once you put it on, it stays. But it just kinda doesn't show much. So I'll let it dry for a second. Like I said, I don't normally have this many issues. And I don't know if it's because I'm nervous or I don't know what I'm doing camera-wise. But I don't really have this many issues with my makeup. I know right now my eyes are like smudging, leaking. So no, this is super dry. So I'm not a fan of, this is just an under look, I guess. I just add, this is like empty, a little bit of a brown on top, and I kind of blend it together. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing perfect. My hair's a little bit destroyed today. It's hair wash day. So. Yeah, this is my white, so-called white vanity, and what it looks like after I'm done. Now I have to bring that back to my daughter. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Like I said, look at this. Smudging, leaking, and then all the the makeup that I put over here to cover my flaws is all going to come out because my nose won't stop bleeding. So, and I don't feel like I'm going to be applying makeup every, 2 minutes or so. And can try again, but it's just going to ruin the look more than anything else. My nose is leaking as we speak, so pretty sure it's the makeup or the skincare stuff that I am using. But it's not fun having PCOS. It's embarrassing. It's got its moments. It's not everyone understands it. Not a lot of people think, just. I've worked my butt off to lose weight, to try and keep it off, and it doesn't take much. A little stress factor, and I'll start ballooning up. And I don't know. I also have anxiety and stuff, so that doesn't help, right? But no one's perfect. I wish you guys a happy, good day, and hopefully you guys will chime or tune in to our family and want to know more. Thank you.